All right, so we're in here. I'm Shaka Change, and this is Trump and GE. I'm asking people to subscribe to the channel, like and share the videos. And today's show is going to be Trump reacts to student protests at Columbia University. Students at Columbia University are protesting. They have been protesting for the past couple weeks and asking for a ceasefire in Gaza and asking for Columbia to divest from Harlem, Israel, and also divest from military stocks and companies who they deem are providing weapons to fund war in Gaza. Police have been called up there. There have been hundreds of arrests. I think some of the professors or presidents are calling for remote classes for the rest of the semester. And the protests have metastasized to NYU, Harvard, and Yale. And former President Donald Trump is on trial in New York for hush money, providing hush money to Stormy Daniels. He took time out after the court to address the protests in Columbia. So here's what he had to say.
What's going on at the college level and the colleges, Columbia, NYU, and others, is a disgrace. And it's really on Biden. He has the wrong signal. He's got the wrong tone. He's got the wrong words. He doesn't know who he's backing. And it's a mess. And if this were me, you'd be after me. You'd be after me so much, but they're trying to give him a pass. But what's going on is a disgrace to our country. And it's all Biden's fault, and everybody knows it. He's got no message. He's got no compassion. He doesn't know what he's doing. He can't put two sentences together, frankly. He is the worst president in the history of our country. And again, what's going on is a disgrace. Now, it's interesting outside for great Americans, people that want to come down and they want to protest at the court, and they want to protest peacefully. We have more police presence here than anyone's ever seen. For blocks, you can't get near this courthouse. And yet you have nobody up at a college where you have very radical people wanting to rip the colleges down, the universities down. And that's a shame. But it all starts with Joe Biden. The signals he puts out are so bad. And I can tell you, he's no friend of Israel, that's for sure. And he's no friend of the Arab world either. You take a look at what he said. He's no friend of, he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. He wants to take like a middle ground, and oftentimes that doesn't work, but it's certainly not working here. But what he's done to Israel is abandon them. And he's trying to be as nice as he can to the other side. Call it the Arab world, but that's not working either because they get him. And he's an incompetent man. A peace will never happen with a guy like this. Thank you very much.
Okay, there you have it. So former President Donald Trump, he's basically blaming Joe Biden and his milquetoast, what he describes as milquetoast leadership, his inability to make a decision and waffling from side to side and making up stuff as he goes along and making up a policy pursuant to Israel, the Palestinians, of the Middle East as he goes along. And while Trump was in office, there weren't wars while he was in office. There was no invasion of the Ukraine by Russia. There was no conflict in Palestine or the Gaza region while he was in office. There was no China talking about taking back Taiwan. And his main goal as president was to keep America safe. And we brought that to you on Trump and the GE with the top post in the country, John McLaughlin, stating firmly that Trump's main goal, his number one goal, for the American people was to keep the country safe. And keeping the country safe is to keep, also trying to provide stability around the world. And there was stability around the world when he was in office. And Trump is on board that he's a staunch supporter of Israel. He's a staunch supporter of continuing to fund Israel and maintaining Israel as a key ally in the Middle East. In that aspect, if he gets reelected, he will double down on that stance. And make it emphatic to the representation to the American people that how important Israel is as an ally. He's also big on people. He's frowned on people in a public way making negative statements about the United States. He's pro-America. He wants to make America great again. He's pro-America, and we saw that with the sports teams who were kneeling during the national anthem. Colin Kaepernick was kneeling during the national anthem when he was with the San Francisco 49ers. And other players were too. Trump made a speech down in Alabama where he was helping a local politician campaign for office down there. And he basically told the NBA owners NFL owners that you're letting the image run the asylum. After that, Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, and other owners cracked down on his kneeling in public. And so I expect Trump, if he gets reelected, to crack down on these protests, not necessarily crack down, but provide a show of force with the police, National Guard, what have you, to keep students safe. There's nothing wrong with peaceful protests, but I expect him to crack down on any rhetoric that could be deemed as terrorist or any rhetoric that could be deemed as aggressive towards other students and potentially making students uncomfortable. So he's signaling now that, with the police presence down at the courthouse, there should be a police presence at these colleges, at NYU, at Yale, at Harvard, at Columbia, to make sure students are safe and everybody's protesting peacefully. So there you have it. He's basically putting all this on Biden's bailiwick, the negative rhetoric about the U.S., the wars abroad, and the conflicts abroad. He's putting it on in Biden's bailiwick, saying as president this wouldn't happen if he was president. So there you have it. This is Trump. This is Trump reacts to student protests at Columbia University. Thanks for listening. Thank you.